The sun was a brilliant gold over the jungle canopy. We followed a narrow, overgrown path deep into the wilderness. My wife Sarah led with infectious enthusiasm. Our children Lily and Ben raced ahead with laughter. We found a perfect clearing by a sparkling stream. We spread our red-checkered blanket on the soft grass. The children waded in the cool, shallow water. Sarah unpacked our picnic basket with a smile. The jungle buzzed with a vibrant symphony of life. I felt a profound peace away from the city. Ben pointed at a peculiar velvety purple flower. Its center seemed to pulse with a faint light. Sarah, a botanist, took a picture for study. We ate our sandwiches, listening to the gurgling stream. The children chased after bright blue butterflies. It was an idyllic moment of pure happiness. I closed my eyes and soaked in the warmth. A sudden absolute silence fell upon the jungle. The insects and birds had stopped their chorus. Only the sound of the stream remained. A prickle of fear crept up my neck. Sarah's smile faded into a look of concern. "It got quiet all of a sudden," she whispered. The children hurried back to the blanket, sensing danger. We decided to pack up and leave immediately. Ben screamed, staring at his hand in horror. An angry red rash spread from where he touched the flower. Thin black lines crept up his wrist like veins. As Sarah treated it, a rustling sound began. It was a methodical rustling in the foliage around us. The sound moved, forming a circle around our clearing. We were being surrounded by something unseen. I grabbed a heavy walking stick for defense. "We need to leave now," I said, voice trembling. We ran to where the path should have been. The path was gone, replaced by a wall of thorns. The jungle had sealed us in. The rustling grew closer and more menacing. The air turned bitterly cold, misting our breath. The sweet floral scent was replaced by a stench of rot. Lily began to cry, clinging to her mother's leg. Ben's rash now pulsed with a sickly light. Figures emerged from the shadows between the trees. They were tall, slender, and the color of bone. Their limbs were too long, movements jerky and wrong. They had no faces, only smooth, blank skin. They stood silently at the edge of the sunlight. One creature took a step forward into the clearing. A slit opened on its face, emitting a sound of grinding stones. It pointed a long, bony finger directly at Ben. Sarah clutched Ben tighter, backing away in terror. The other figures took a synchronized step forward. The trees themselves seemed to lean in toward us. Vines on the ground writhed and slithered toward our feet. One cold, strong vine wrapped tightly around my ankle. I hacked at it desperately with my walking stick. The creatures tilted their heads, amused by our struggle. The grinding voice spoke a single clear word: "Stay." Ben's eyes glazed over with a milky white film. He pulled away from Sarah and walked stiffly toward the creatures. Sarah screamed and tried to grab him. Two figures glided forward, blocking her with an invisible force. More vines shot up, entangling my arms and legs. We were trapped, forced to be spectators. Ben reached the lead creature, who placed a hand on his head. The black lines on Ben's arm glowed with foul energy. The creature pointed at our forgotten picnic basket. The food inside instantly rotted, blackening and bubbling. This thing was an entity of decay and anti-life. The clearing was not a beautiful spot. It was a larder. We were the food. The other figures began a low, droning hum. The sound vibrated deep within our bones. The sunlight in the clearing began to dim and fade. They were draining the life from the very air. A profound weakness washed over me. I felt my skin wrinkle and my hair turn gray. Sarah aged beside me, her face becoming lined and weary. We were growing decades older in mere moments. Ben stood motionless, a hollow vessel for their power. Lily's expression went blank, her personality emptying. The lead creature gestured toward the jungle. The trees parted to reveal a vast starless void. This was their home, a place of absolute nothingness. The droning hum became a physical pressure in my skull. My memories began to shatter and slip away. I forgot my own name and my love for Sarah. I was becoming an empty shell, ready for them. The creatures advanced, their forms flickering and merging with the shadows. Ben turned to look at us with eyes now completely black. He smiled a wide, unnatural and terrifying smile. He spoke with the grinding voice of the creature. "We are going on a picnic," he said. "A forever picnic." Then, the darkness swallowed us whole. There is no time here, only cold and humming silence. What we were is being slowly digested. Sometimes I see flashes of other families, other picnics. I feel a hunger that is not my own. We are now the silence, the warning, and the hunger.